I appreciate. I mean, this is an honor. Hey everybody, this is Troy Alexander. We are back one more time with Inspiration with Troy Alexander on Hamilton Radio. I'm excited about our show tonight. We have a phenomenal guest, but you know what our motto is. Dream, take that step, and walk with purpose into your destiny. I'm telling you, there is power in believing about a dream and knowing that your dream can come to pass. And listen, it's about you taking that step. But listen, we have a wonderful guest. Normally I do an opening monologue and so forth, but I'm excited. I want to spend as much time with him. They're just getting in from LA, or California, but we're excited for them being here. We have an amazing guest, Mr. Travis Wolfe Jr. Listen, he's age 13. He's an actor on the CBS sitcom Bob Hart's ABISHOLA, and which comes on every Monday night on CBS at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the East Coast. I'm telling you, don't want to miss it. Phenomenal. I'm honored. Thank you so much, Travis, for being on our show tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Listen, I got to ask you, I've done a little research about you and your journey, and I'm going to talk about how we met shortly. But the thing I want to know is, it appears as though you flew out to California, did an audition, and all of a sudden you had a show. Now, did it really happen like that?
Somewhat, kind of.
So,
I was already, I already started acting when I lived in Philly. So when I flew out to LA, I kind of already had a gist. I kind of already knew what the industry was like.
Right.
So, we went through the formalities, got an agent, and she got me the audition.
Wow.
Did the audition, and to a call back later, I booked the job.
Phenomenal. Listen, I told you before the show, so I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of where you've come from. I was telling your mom that we met like years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
Right. And so now, was this your first audition out there in LA?
I do not believe it was. I know I had a couple smaller auditions for, guest stars, co-star commercials.
Okay.
You got to start somewhere, especially when you're going to a new place.
Exactly.
But it was one of my first ones, yes.
Wow.
I booked it in my first year of being in LA.
Phenomenal. Listen, everybody, all I can say is when I met this young man, I met you at an event. A young lady by the name of Sierra, I believe Miller, was having a speaking engagement, and Anaya was one of the speakers at the event.
Oh, yeah.
And I went there to take pictures for the young lady, and you were there with your family.
Yes, I was.
And I saw you interacting with your father, and I'm telling you, I knew right then there was something special about you, because I don't know whether it was just your poise, the way you interacted with your father, or you were talking, but I said, this young man, there is no limit to your destiny. And I'm so proud of where you're going and what you've done thus far. So tell me, what was it like when you got the call back, or you knew that you were going to be the one on this show?
I mean, it was honestly, it was an unreal experience. I was at dinner. Actually, it's a really funny story because, me and my family were friends with this wonderful couple, and we went to dinner with them. And, I had no idea that they already knew that I had booked the job. So
Really?
I thought we were just going to hang out, just
right.
talk, have a nice conversation. And then my mom was like, Travis, your agent wants to talk to you. So then my agent called me, and she told me that I had booked the job, and I started to cry.
Wow.
I shed tears,
Wow.
It was just amazing. I will never forget that day. And we actually made a promise that every day on that day, we will go back and have dinner at that restaurant to remember the booking of my first series regular role.
Awesome. And what day was that?
I don't remember. That's the crazy part, but I have it.
Listen,
I have it
but
in my
it's
calendar.
his day, though. It's his day.
I have it in my calendar, so
There you go.
when it comes up, I'll get the alert on my phone, and
There you
I'll
go.
be ready.
Well, listen, let me know that date, and we will make that day Travis Wolfe Jr. Day.
Let's
All
do
right?
it.
There you
Let's
go.
get it done.
I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. You are a true inspiration to so many, and this is your first sitcom? Your first full-time?
Well, yes, my first series regular role in a sitcom.
Okay,
okay.
okay.
I did. I was on Raven's Home.
Yes, I saw you.
Guest star.
And I saw you on The Neighborhood.
Yes.
Yes, with Cedric Entertainer.
Yes.
And what was that like?
It was phenomenal.
Oh.
As another comedian, you really look up to people like Cedric. People that
yes.
as experienced, as successful. It was just crazy to see one of my role models, right there alive, and to actually get the opportunity to work with him. It was
Wow, amazing.
Definitely.
I have to ask you now, do you ever get nervous? I mean, or are you the kind of person that, like, on set, that's where I'm at my best? Like that's where I'm calm, that's where I'm confident, or do you sometimes get like a little nervous at times?
Well, the entertainment industry is a very competitive industry. Sometimes I am like a tiny bit nervous, knowing that I just have to perform, or else
Yes.
like I'm done. Like you
Right.
can at any time you can be done. But once I get past the nervousness and realize like I'm me, I'm Travis Wolfe Jr. No one can replace me. I'm the only me.
Wow.
I just become a whole different person, and I just do
Yes.
my thing, and it just feels like me.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love how you are confident in who you are,
Yes, that's
and
really
but
important.
also knowing what you have to do in order to maintain in the place where you are.
Yes, you can't
And
get too comfortable.
Exactly, exactly. So it's wonderful. So I got to ask you, when you're prepping for a script, like how long does it take you to actually learn your lines or learn what's happening?
Well, I was blessed with the gift of being able to learn a script really fast.
Wow.
I had this audition where I had like a 2-paragraph script, and I learned it in like 5-10 minutes.
Wow.
So it's more of for me. It's more of perfecting the scene and perfecting the way I'm going to say it in my expressions, rather than learning the actual script itself. But I mean, if you want to be the best, it does take time. You do have to put like a good amount of hours in.
Absolutely, absolutely. And listen, it's wonderful to have that skill set to be able to remember and recall. Now, are you the
Yes.
kind of actor that you know everybody else's line as well?
Excuse me?
Do you know your counterparts?
Yes. You have to know when to say your line.
Right.
So it's important to learn the other person's lines, because also you need to know how to interact with that character.
Yes.
So you need to feed off of what they're doing. So you need to know what they're going to say and know how they're going to say it in order to give off the best performance.
Wow.
So you do need to learn the other character's lines. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. What would you say you've learned that you maybe didn't expect about the industry, and now that you're on this major sitcom that's just amazing, what would you say that you've learned from that experience that maybe you didn't know prior to going into?
That's a good question. You learn a lot being around that environment. Of being on stage with so many phenomenal, successful people. You really learn that it's not really just about the acting. And portraying a character. It's more about building a relationship with your other castmates, because if you don't have that chemistry, then it's just it's just gonna be like one person acting, another person acting. It's not gonna really feel like real. Billy Gardell, I consider him one of my mentors. He always tells me before a scene that we do together, it's just me and you.
Wow.
It's just Travis and Billy talking.
Wow.
It's not us acting. There's no camera. There's no one else is there but us. Our scenes are just, they're so amazing. They feel so real. I actually feel like I'm having a conversation rather than just acting.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
And he's really 13, everybody. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He's talking like a grown,
Thank you.
a grown person. But what is amazing is I love your maturity. How do you stay grounded? Because again, one would think that somebody would, you go out there and it seemed to happen very quickly.
Yes.
And for a lot of people, even young people, it takes a very long time for them to get to a point where you are now. How do you stay grounded?
Well, with all the success that I'm having, sometimes I do get ahead of myself. I start to forget where I'm from and who I really am. But my family, they always remind me, like, you are just like everybody else. You're from a part where a lot of people have to struggle, and you have to remember that. So, sometimes I'll be like, it's all right. I'll book this job. Be like, stay humble, son. Because at any moment, if you're not humble, God will strip it from you.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I just have to give that to my family, helping me stay grounded.
Awesome. Listen, you have a phenomenal family.
Yes.
I am so proud of your family. I mean, and I want to ask you, because all of us take something away from our family or people that's around us. What would you say that you've taken? Like for me, like my mother, she loves to write, so I think I got her words, and my dad is very like he's like he don't talk a lot, but when he talks, he's very specific and he's
Yes.
on point. what would you say? Because your father is so talented, your mother is talented. I mean, speakers, nonprofit, photographers, direct. What would you say that you've taken from your family, either collectively or individually, that has made you who you are and brought you to this point?
I would have to say the character traits. I take a lot of the things you see me do on TV is actually I take that from situations and interactions I have with my actual family. Like I don't know if you guys seen my laugh track laugh mob video where I made this face like what? Like what are you talking?
Right.
Like I actually did that with I was having a conversation with my dad and he
Right.
said something. I was like, what are you talking about?
Right,
So
right.
and people say I remind them so much of my father. Just
Wow.
the way I carry myself, my handshakes,
Yes.
the way I talk, the eye contact.
Yes.
Just you really pick up the traits from other people that you hang around. People they say the 5 people you hang around the most, that's who you're gonna act like. That's who you are.
Wow.
So that's why you have to surround yourself with great people. I couldn't be more blessed to have my family and the people that I'm surrounded with.
Yes, and I have to give a shout out. I love your family. Your father, Travis Wolfe Sr., and your mother, Diana, and your sister, Anaya, and your sister, Scott. I love them. Love them. It's an amazing family. I have to ask you, though, because not every young person has that type of support group and to help them, to support them. How were you able to keep yourself from a lot of negativity, or were you? I mean, growing up in school and now you're out in LA, and now are you taught in terms of your schooling like on the set, or do you actually go to school? Like, how does that work?
Well, with me being, a full-time actor, having to work 5 days a week.
I'm sorry, y'all. At age 13, a full-time actor, but sorry, go ahead.
I'm blessed enough to
Yes.
be able to have consistent work.
Awesome.
But with being on set for as many hours as I am, I don't have enough time to go to school.
Right.
So they actually hire a teacher to come on set with me.
Awesome,
We have
awesome.
a little trailer that we go into, and he teaches me one-on-one, and I really love it because I really get that
Yes.
that human interaction. It's just me and him. So I really get all the focus on me, and it
Right.
really helps me to strive in my academics.
Awesome. That's amazing. I have to ask you, do you feel like I don't want to say lost, but do you feel that you're missing any part of sort of what some might call a normal childhood because you are following your dream?
Not necessarily. I don't feel that way because, there's so many other talented, amazing kids in the industry.
Yes.
And, with all the bookings that I've had, I had the pleasure of meeting some phenomenal kids, shout out to Americana, one of my good friends,
All right.
we hang out, just the other day we went go-karting, we went crazy,
Nice.
and I really feel like if you be yourself, you will attract people
Yes.
that are just like you.
Yes.
So, I'm really attracting the friends that I actually really genuinely care about and really like. And, I don't feel like I'm missing out at all.
Right. All right, now listen, I need you to be honest with me now, because I know you're about to say something to your mom or dad, but listen, when the decision was made for you to pick up and leave Philly, or leave Philadelphia, and go out to LA, was you all for it?
I'm the type of kid that loves trying new things. I love seeing new places.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a problem with it, honestly. I was like, LA, that's the city of dreams. Everyone wants to go there, so let's do it. It wasn't the move wasn't originally for me. It was actually for my sister who just turned 18.
Yes.
2 days ago.
Happy birthday,
Grown
Anaya.
lady.
Yes.
She's over there standing right there.
Yes, she is.
But it was actually originally for her to because my dad made a promise to her. By the age of 16, he will get her out to LA.
Wow.
And he had to make good on that promise. So
Wow.
It wasn't even a question. At first, he was like, I don't want to split. I don't want to split from you guys because I had to stay in Philadelphia with my dad while they went out so we can, still make ends meet. At first, he wasn't all for it, but then he remembered his promise.
Wow.
And, he had to make good on it, get on it. So he moved them out. I came a couple months later, and ever since, we've just been striving out here.
So you're telling me
Well, out
that,
there.
that decision to move opened the door for you
Yes.
to walk greater into your destiny.
Yes, sir.
Now, when did you know? Like, when did you fall in love with acting? Because I'm assuming you have to have a passion for this to do it at the excellent level that you do it. When did you fall in love with it?
Well, I love making people laugh.
Yes.
Comedy is just, I feel like laughter is like the best medicine, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever I'm upset, you know, I just go watch The Office or like another amazing show or Kevin Hart,
Right.
you know, it just makes me feel better, you
Yes.
know? So, I actually was fortunate enough to book my first 3 out of 4 auditions and actually booked
Wow.
my first audition ever. So, you know, at that point, I just knew it was meant to be.
Yes.
And when I was actually on set, you know, I just got this feeling that I never felt before. You know, it felt like me. It felt like I had like this aura around me. I felt, I don't know how to explain it. It's this indescribable feeling.
No, so I'm
you know,
with you.
and I just knew. I knew
Yes.
like this is what I'm meant to do.
Yes.
You know, every time I'm on set, I smile.
Love it.
I just look when I walk down the CBS lot.
Yes.
I look around and I'm like, wow, I really did it. You know, this is really what I love to do.
And listen, I listen to your father and I see his speeches, and it's so motivating and it's inspiring. Have you ever had an experience where you wanted something but you didn't get it, or it took a long time to get? Because somebody could say, well, you know what, this young man, he's had so much positive in his life. Have you ever encountered something that you just didn't know if you were going to make it through it or achieve it? And if so, how did you handle that moment?
Well, sorry, repeat the question.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You had so much positive influence around you. Have you ever encountered a situation, whether it's acting or dancing or anything that you've done, where you did not quite achieve what you wanted to? And how did you handle that moment?
Well, you know, I auditioned for the role of Booker in Raven's Home, which, you know, a couple years later, I actually was on the show as a different character.
Yes.
You know, I did an audition for it, and I feel like I did a really good job. You know, the casting directors were cracking up. They really loved everything I was doing. And, you know, I really felt strongly that I was going to book that role, and I was like, I got this. And when I didn't get the call, you know, it was kind of saddening, you know, because I knew that would be a really big opportunity, and I knew that was the role I wanted. You know, it was comedic. Everything was great about it. Yes. But then a couple years later, I realized when I booked Dele on CBS, I realized that if I would have booked that role, I wouldn't have been able to do the role I'm doing right now because I would still be under that contract. And, you know, I really feel like that Dele is me. You know, Dele isn't really Dele. He's Travis.
Wow.
And I really feel like Dele is who I am, and that's the role I'm meant to be. You know, not play, but be. So, you know, even if you don't book or get something that you want at that moment, there's something bigger, something better that is really meant for you down the road. So you just got to wait, be patient, be dedicated, and don't give up.
Listen, everybody, we are talking to Travis Wolfe Jr. here, age 13, actor on CBS sitcom Bob Hart, Abishola, every Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS. Don't miss it. We're so proud of him and phenomenal. Listen, I'm telling you, when I got the message that you were coming to Jersey and that you well, your mom asked if you could be, I'm telling you, I was in awe and honor that you're here tonight.
I'm honored to be here.
I thank you so much. You are inspiring so many people. What would you say to young people out there today who's watching live now or listening on Hamilton Radio 3.0 Channel 2? What would you say to them that they have a dream and they want to be in acting or be in whatever type of industry? What would you say is one or two of the key characteristics that they must have in order to be successful?
Well, they have to be determined and dedicated. You know, you can't fall victim to your surroundings.
Wow.
Because, you know, where I'm from, I could have easily, you know, fell right into everything else everyone else was doing, you know, getting in trouble, you know, running the streets.
Right.
But, you know, I was fortunate enough to have a good family to, you know, not allow me to do that. So if you allow your circumstances and your surroundings, if you allow that to become you, you know, you won't be where you want to be. So just focus on what you want and really work hard to get there and don't give up. Because, you know, it took me 5 years to book this role.
Wow.
You know, I started doing small commercials where I had one line. You know, my first commercial, I had to look at a camera and go, "It's deuces." And like 5 years later, here I am.
Here you go.
Series regular, you know?
There you go.
So it doesn't matter where you start.
Yes.
It's really about where you'll be.
Right.
So just don't give up because it's coming. God has a plan for you. And
Come on now.
if you feel strongly about something, that means that's what you're meant to be.
Yes,
that's what you're meant to do. So just keep going. Don't give up, and you'll be there.
Give me 5 on that one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Listen, I'm telling you right now, that's Travis Wolfe Jr. You about to take his daddy's spot. I'm telling you right now. Get ready, Pop. I'm telling you. So listen, it's wonderful to hear your inspiration to encourage others. This is what this show is all about. This show is about encouraging people to take that step. First of all, you said, listen, 5 years. But look where you are now. Every blessing, every door, and you keep knocking, right? keep on knocking on every door that opens.
Till one's open. Yeah.
Come on, until you can build your own.
Yes, sir.
And bring somebody in with you. That's right. Travis Wolfe Jr. sitcom show is coming next. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, thank you.
Get ready, y'all. Get ready. So listen, is there any other genre of acting that you enjoy? I know comedy is your you enjoy that, but is there anything else that you would enjoy doing or trying, or that would be challenging for you to do?
Well, I haven't really had too much experience in any other genre, you know, as far as horror or, really serious, heartfelt, not heartfelt, but it's like serious acting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I would have too much trouble with it, you know, because people like Steve Carell, like he got really big on The Office, hilarious guy.
Yes.
Now look where he is, you know. He has a beard, he has a different hairstyle,
Right.
he's on like this really serious show where there's not much comedy in it. And, you know, I feel like people like him really show you that you don't have to just do one thing. You can really expand on that. You know, you can go outside of your comfort zone.
Yes,
Sometimes
yes,
that's what
yes.
you need.
Yes.
You know, so I feel like I would want to do, you know, some maybe horror. You know, I always wondered how those shows are made.
Yes.
So I would definitely want to try that out.
Well, just know that I won't be watching it, but I will be rooting for you. But I will not be watching horror movies. I'm not a big horror movie. I'm just saying.
Neither am I, but you know, gotta get out of the comfort zone sometimes.
Absolutely. Now, so do you? What is your dream? Like, what is your goal? I mean, you're doing this amazing show, but do you have any goals right now that you're aspiring to? Whether it's in acting, whether it's in, and then I got to follow up to that. But what do you have any goals that you're striving to reach? Like it's an Academy Award. Like, is that something that you really like? Is that something that's in your mind, or no, not yet?
No, I don't really think about the awards.
Okay.
You know, I don't really think about, you know, the fame or the money or what people call clout, you know, fame. I don't really that's not what I work for. You know, a lot of celebrities, that's what they want.
Right.
But you know, what it's really about for me is, you know, showing other kids that you can do it.
Wow.
Like I have friends that are, you know, they're saying like, Trav, how'd you do this? You know,
Yes,
we can't
yes.
do this. And I'm like, yes, you can. Like, I'm from the same place you are. You're my friend. We went to the same school.
Wow.
You know, you can make it out. So I
Yes.
really do it to show other kids that you can do it no matter what the circumstances are.
I love it.
You know, so that's really what it's about. It's really about, like you said,
Yes.
taking someone through that door, you know,
Yes.
helping other people out.
Absolutely, and that's what I try to do with this show every Thursday night now.
Yes, sir.
You know, is bring on people that have reached amazing plateaus in life and explain how did you get there? How did this 13-year-old get to a point where he's now I turn on the TV. I know that guy. I'm telling you, listen, it's phenomenal, and I'm so proud of you and who you are and who you are becoming.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I have to ask you, have you gotten the bug or the itch? Because I know your sister directs, and like, do you ever want to get into directing or writing or anything else?
You know, when I first started this, you know, when I 4 years in, I never really thought about it. You know, I thought, you know, I'm gonna act, and that's just it. But you know, I went to the screening for a Mario Van Peebles
Yes.
movie, and you know, I had the opportunity to have a conversation with him,
Wow.
and he whispered in my ear, and he told me, learn how to write, produce, and direct.
Yes.
And you know, that really sunk in, because I was like, I never thought about that. He's like, so you can be your own boss.
Yes.
So I was like, wow.
Love it. Love it.
I never thought about that.
Absolutely.
I always thought about being directed. You know, I work under somebody. I work
Yes.
for somebody. But, you know, I never really thought about working for myself. And, you know, for him for coming from him, especially coming
Yes.
from him, I know it's something right.
Yes.
And he's such an experienced, successful actor. So it's like,
Yes.
you know what? Maybe I should get into this.
Yes.
Maybe I should learn how to direct. You know, my sister can give me some notes.
Yes. Yes.
Out here doing her own thing, got her own production company rolling.
So proud of her.
Yes,
so
so
proud
proud.
of her as well. And listen, if you need any extras, just let me know.
Oh,
Okay.
extras, come on. You're going to have something bigger than that. Come on
Hey,
now.
listen.
I gotta take care
No,
of you
my
guys.
thing was musical. Like, I thought I was gonna be on Broadway because I love to sing. So I thought that was gonna be my avenue. But no. Acting. I love acting though. I do enjoy acting. But
You do it all. Why not?
hey, listen.
I mean, I act, dance, you know.
Listen. Listen. I saw not the I think this past show, but the show before. Man, I saw you doing some moves, the flips,
Yes,
and
sir, yes. You know,
man,
Dele-
what was that like?
Oh, it was amazing. You know, I never
Yeah.
really thought that Della would be the kind of kid that would be into that stuff. But you know, for him to see him do that, it's
Woo.
like he really is me. Like he's doing everything I do.
Yes.
He's dancing. He's, you know, just being who he really wants to
Wow.
be. It's really amazing. You know, just to see him. You know, maybe there's something else coming up you guys don't know. he's dancing. You might want to see where that
Okay.
goes. You might want to see where that goes. Keep watching.
You might listen.
Wink.
He might share a couple things on the show. Get ready now. Might be coming.
No,
You can't do that.
I guess. Well, I'm trying to stay on the show.
Absolutely.
Not trying to get fired yet.
Absolutely. But listen, we're just grateful. I have to ask you, because of being as young as you are, is there anything that you would change about your journey? Because I'm always asking people on our show, because I know there's always a sacrifice, So is there anything that you would change about your journey or do differently now that you know?
No. If this is what's happening, this is the journey. This is the path I'm walking down. That means it's the path that God has designed for me.
Wow.
So everything that's supposed to happen is happening. Every loss, every win. It's all meant. It's all meant to happen. That's my plan, and I'm going to follow it, and I'm going to carry it out, because that's what I'm here on this earth to do.
Awesome.
So I wouldn't change a thing.
Awesome. Listen, I can't tell you, we are just so proud of you. Listen, we are talking to Travis Wolfe Jr., again, age 13, actor on the CBS sitcom Bob Hearts ABISHOLA.
Yes.
Listen, every Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Channel 2 on the East Coast.
He knows the whole thing, the whole spiel.
I do. I know it. I know it. Listen, I'm performing for this young man, so when he gets his production and assist the production company, they can listen. Troy is a great actor. Let's bring him from Jersey.
I'll hit you up.
So
I got you.
Listen, I need you to write a role for me that, like, I'm on the radio. So, like, I'm a radio host. So I'm doing what I'm doing now, but just on your show.
For sure. Let's do it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
We'll find a way.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, y'all.
We'll find a way.
So listen, it's wonderful, again, to see you where you are and growing and just learning. And I want to go back to the point where I was asking you, how do you insulate yourself? Because I know everything looks great. It looks wonderful. I see you on TV. I see you, on social media. You're doing your family. But how do you keep yourself from the negativity? Because I know it's always there. There's things, whether it's in the industry or whether it's but how do you shut all of that out and stay focused?
Well, like you said, it's always there. So you can't really escape it. It's more how you handle it.
Powerful.
Yes.
Powerful.
It's always, sometimes you might have friends that pretend to be your friends, but then they're really looking to destroy you, or, just scrolling through comments, trying to answer, you see negative comments. It's not really, you can't escape it. It's always going to be there, no matter what you do. Even if you isolate yourself from the entire world and live in a basement, it's going to find a way to you.
Wow.
So, it's really about how you handle it and how you overcome it. You see a negative comment, ignore it. Keep going. Because really, the only reason why they're trying to bring you down is because they want to be where you're at.
Wow.
They want to stop you. They want you to be. They want you to not be who you are. So it really shows that it's bigger than you. It's not. Even if they're being negative towards you, maybe you should try lightening their day. Being positive back to them and try to making them like you. It's not really about them liking you, but it's about really inspiring them. Awesome. I had a lot of people that didn't like me back in school, but now they see what I'm doing, and now they look up to me. Like, hey, Trev, you're doing this really, you're doing big things.
Yes.
I'm sorry for the way I treated you, and that really means a lot, because it really shows that even if people have a negative opinion about you, it's not too late to change it. You can still change your life and impact them in a positive way. Awesome.
Listen, y'all, he's 13, but he's like he's ready for, I don't know. He don't want no awards, but I'm gonna say Academy. Whatever it is, I'm telling you.
If they come, I'll take them.
There you go.
I'll take them. I'm not gonna decline them. But
exactly. Listen, I want to ask you, because you talked about friends and family. Have you found that once you reach this level, did you find that people changed towards you, whether it's friends or family? And if yes, not being specific, but how did you respond to that?
Well, there are a lot of people that did change around me. Start acting different because of they see where I am.
Sure.
But
And so how do you process that? Because all of us, people are like, Troy's on the radio now. You got on Hamilton radio. But it's important to always be open-minded, but always be watchful. You know, that's the one thing in the biblical sense. We talk about not only being prayerful, but being watchful as well. So the power of being able to see. So I was just wondering, at your age, are you able to assess that at this point? Like, are you able to kind of see that kind of things change because of where you are?
Well, yeah. You know, the way I process it is, you know, I look at it as I'm doing something right. You know, if people are changing around me, changing their behaviors, that means that they want to be around me because, you know, they see the person I am and they see all my success and they're like, wow, that guy's really doing big things now. So, no, it really just shows me that, you know, I'm doing something right. You know, I'm changing people's opinions. I'm making the world a better place.
Wow.
You know, even if they don't really mean it.
Right.
You know,
right.
just to hear positive things and for other people to see other people giving me love.
Absolutely.
You know, it really shows that, you know, if you guys do this, you know, everything you want will come to you.
Yes.
You know, people will love you. You know, you can give back. You know, you'll make new friends. And, you know, it's yeah, that's how I process it. You know, it just shows me I'm doing something right.
Phenomenal.
And I should keep doing it.
Phenomenal. What keeps you inspired? Because I know all of us have our moments. You may not want to, you know, but all of us have a moment where we're like, you know, we're dealing with something. But what is it? Where do you draw inspiration from, strength from, in those moments where you're kind of like uncertain, or maybe you don't have those moments? I mean, but I would think that all of us have at least, or have had a moment where we're sort of just uncertain, not really sure, or just, you know. But where do you draw your strength from?
My family,
Wow.
you know, because when we first moved out here, you know, we were struggling. We lived in a one-bedroom apartment. There was 5 of us.
Wow.
You know, barely able to make ends meet. You know, my dad had, you know, just gone through something with his job, and you know, really that struggle that's where I draw my strength from my family to make sure that we never have to struggle again.
Wow.
You know, if I keep working, if I stay busy, that means that we'll have we'll have income consistently coming in. It means we'll never have to struggle again. We'll never have to be jam-packed in a living room or one bedroom ever again with 5 people and a dog. You know, so I really do that to support my future family and the family I have right now.
Come on, man. Give me some. I'm telling y'all, this young man is amazing. And I love how you appreciate the journey. And you remember where you came from. And you understand that I don't want to go back to that moment, but I appreciate the moment.
Yes, it made me who I am.
Yes. And I'm always telling people, listen, this show inspires me so much because I stuttered as a child, so I could hardly talk at all. So now that I have a TV show, I'm a radio show, not only 1 but 2 here on Hamilton Radio, I use the gift to the utmost ability that I can to inspire someone, to let them know, don't ever give up on your dream. Hold on. Listen, 5 years, listen, I mean, it's been a long. Don't ever give up on it. No matter how old or how young, what experience you have, don't have, just be willing to take the step and walk into your purpose. And if you don't know what it is, connect with somebody who knows who purpose they are, and then say, how do I get to know my purpose? So what do you feel your purpose is in life? Because I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you beyond your words. What do you feel that your purpose is in life? Because this journey is not just only for you. What do you feel your purpose is?
Well, my purpose, it's really to inspire others. You know, because when I'm doing well enough to, you know, start a foundation, you know, I plan to, you know, I want to start a foundation and, you know, bring in kids, you know, youth, and, you know, teach them and help them. And you know, my mom already has a business right now, a nonprofit organization where, you know, she raises money to, you know, help kids, you know, follow their passions in the art, you know, culinary arts, you know, act like art where you draw. I don't know what that's called, but you know, acting. You know, she takes that money. She doesn't use it for her, you know, to help for her to gain money. She uses it to give back to the people who were to the kids that are just like me. You know, when I first started, I was no one. You know, I was just a kid, played video games, did homework, you know, and when people see that, they think, well, I can't do that, you know. But if we're from the same place, if I came from where you came from, then that means you can do it too. I'm just like everybody else, even now. I may be successful, I may be on TV, but you can do that too.
Yes.
You know, my purpose is to show people, open up, help them to find their path to success. So everyone is just, you know, doing their thing. You know, everyone's happy.
Awesome.
You know,
I
it's really
love it.
just make, like everyone says, make the world a better place. You know,
Yes,
that's
yes.
everyone's goal.
Yes, yes. Listen, I'm telling you, this is Travis Jr. Actor on the CBS sitcom Bob Hart's ABISHOLA every Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on CBS on the East Coast. Follow his amazing. Where can people follow you? Like you on social media?
I am on Instagram.
Instagram?
Travis Wolfe Jr. Wolf with an E. Twitter. Mom, you know how me with my Twitter? It's Travis Wolfe Jr.
Travis Jr.
Facebook, Travis Wolfe Jr. You know, on all social media, Travis Wolfe Jr.
Listen, the world already, but will continue to know your name, because I'm telling you, you have a destiny. You have a God-given destiny, and it's something that no one can shut. There's a scripture that I really love, which is Revelation 3:8. But there's a door that's been set before you that no man can shut. And I'm so proud of the direction and where you're going. And I've said that before, but I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm proud of you. I really am proud of you, not what you're doing, but of who you are. Because what happens is people get lost. You know, they get into a certain space and they get, like you said, you know, but they get lost and they lose themselves. But with the support of your family and things that you've taught and things that you've experienced, even how you talk about the one bedroom and that experience, not everybody comes out of that in a positive way. How did you come out of that in a positive way? That experience.
Well, you know, me and my family, my dad made a promise to us that he would never allow us to go back to Philadelphia. You know, we were here, and he's going to keep us here. You know, he's going to allow us to follow our dream. So, you know, I knew that it was a two-way street. You know, in order for that to happen, I would have to do my part too.
Wow.
So I knew that for us to be in that situation, to be struggling, like God is making this happen to us. It's not happen to us. He's doing this for us.
Wow.
So we can, really see, this is what you need to do. You know, you need to work hard, or else you'll be trapped in you'll be in a one-bedroom apartment. You need to work hard, or you won't be able to help other kids. You won't be able to help other people. You know, you really have to work, and you'll get out of the situation. Now we were able to upgrade, so now we have 2 bedrooms. You know, it really just shows the steps. You know, versus 1 bedroom, then it's 2, then it's 3, and now we can help other people get from step 1 to step 3.
Wow.
You know,
I love it. 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 Listen, y'all. Let me just say this. Even though, because I've had some experiences with some one bedrooms, you know, but what I love about you and your family, even though it might have been a physical 1 bedroom, the mentality was a mansion. That's what I love. It was the mindset that your father, that I've seen him, we've talked, that I've seen him do what he does, and your mother talking with her nonprofit, and your sister with just taking the step out there, and your little sister. It wasn't about the physical place, but it was about the mental house in which you knew that there was something greater destined for your life. And that's what I love about you and your family, and because right now the space is for this moment. You know, but there's something bigger that's about to open up into your life.
Yes.
And so, are you ready for that?
I'm ready. You know,
Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
Listen, he
Bring
said
it
he's
on.
ready, y'all.
I'm
Listen,
ready.
I'm telling you, it is there an actor or an actress or someone that you haven't met yet that you really would love to meet at this time?
You know, Will Smith. You know, I would just love to hear his wisdom. You know,
Wow.
I know he has so many things he can share with me. You know, the secrets. You know, obviously, you know he's doing his thing. He's doing something right. You see his success. So you know, just to see someone where I'm from. You know, he's from West Philadelphia.
Yes.
You know, we're from practically the same place.
Wow.
So you know, just to see someone from where I'm from, you know, do such great things, that inspires me, and that's what I hope to do with the other kids from Philadelphia and all around the world.
Awesome.
You know, so I would just love to hear what he has to say, hear what he has to tell me, because you know, I know that God has something for him to say to me.
Wow.
You know, he's the people he
Yes.
puts in my life.
Yes.
He's spreading his message to me through them.
Awesome.
So you know, everybody that I'm meant to meet, I know I'll meet, and I know I'll hear what they have to say. Well, what God has to say.
Yes, phenomenal. Listen, everybody, we're talking to Travis Wolfe Jr. again. I'm telling you, all they just came in from LA. And
Just
I'm
came
telling
in, you know, just off the plane.
Just off the plane.
We
I'm
drove
telling
right
you,
here.
I'm so honored that you all made the sacrifice, because people that are watching this live on Facebook and again on Hamilton Radio 3.0 Channel 2 and streaming all over the world, you are going to inspire and save so many who were at the moment of, I don't think this is going to ever happen for me. but they're seeing your journey and your life, and they're saying, you know what, this young man kept doing. He kept moving. He kept taking the step and having the family and the support system. What would you say to those young people, or just people in general, that might not have the support that you had? What would you say to encourage them to keep on holding on to their dreams?
Just keep fighting. If you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't have those people yet, ask God for them.
Wow.
Go find those people.
Wow.
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 And if you don't find them in the first year or the second year or the third or the fifth,
Wow.
maybe the sixth year, maybe that'll be the year where
Yes.
you find those people, or you book that job, or you
Yes.
finally get to where you start to get to where you want to be. So I was fortunate enough to always have those people. They were there my whole life.
Yes. Yes.
From the time I was born, I was fortunate enough to have that. But even if you don't have that, you can find those people. Just manifest it.
Come on now.
Your mind is the universe. Anything you ask the universe,
Yes.
universe for, it'll come to you.
Yes.
You just gotta keep believing. You have to keep going, even if it's hard.
Yes.
For me it was hard too. I didn't believe I could do it. I did one audition. I thought, okay, that was cool.
Right.
Maybe I should do it again. I didn't really know that's what I wanted to be. But you'll know when you find your passion. You'll know.
Yes, yes. I love it. Listen, y'all, let's give it up for this amazing young man. I'm
Thank
so, again, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm proud of you. I am. I don't want, when you leave this, I want you to know that. I am truly proud of you, and I'm just grateful for who you are and your family. And I'm grateful for the opportunity that even Sierra Miller, I'm telling you, she had that event, and I went there.
Was meant to happen.
I'm telling you, and I'll start talking to your sister and about the photography and about this, and we started connecting, and it just went from there. But it's amazing how one moment in time can affect so much of your life. And so was there a moment in your life that you knew, yeah, this is it? Like, this is where I'm meant to be. Was there a moment or several moments in your life that you say, you know what, that you can look back on and say, you know what, it was that moment that really brought me to a place and grounded me, that allowed me to take the next step?
Well, a lot of times you don't know.
That's true.
It's really about, all the steps I took
Yes.
to get to where I am now. I didn't know that when I booked my first audition, it would lead to a series regular role I didn't know that it would lead to a series regular on CBS. I didn't know when I booked my second one. I didn't know when I had a 6-month dry spell where I didn't book anything.
Wow.
I didn't know that I was meant to not book anything. Like, that was supposed to happen.
Yes.
So it's really, you really just have to stay focused. Stay focused on where you want to be and keep
Right,
going.
right.
And you'll get there.
Phenomenal.
If everyone's saying it, that means, if all the successful people are saying it, that means it's right. It means
Wow.
it's true. You got to keep going. You'll get there.
Yes, you will.
That door will open.
Come on now.
You got to keep knocking.
Yes.
Keep knocking.
Listen, I'm gonna bring this young man back on my show. I'm telling you,
Let's
he's gonna
do
have
it.
a whole show by himself. Like, I'm gonna step away and just give him the mic and let him talk.
Nah, I need you. I need you here. I need your support.
Oh, well, listen, you got that. You got that. Whatever I can do to be a support to you, I'm here. And this show, myself, whatever I can do, I'm here for you. So again, like I said, all of us need, and I've always told everybody on the show, listen, I'm going to lift my hand, I'm going to raise my hand and say, listen, I'll be the one that'll help you get over if you need help to get over. Or I'm the one that'll help you, give you a little bit of a boost when you need it, because all of us do. Every one of us needs the opportunity. I hear your dad in my ear.
I couldn't get there without the boost.
Go be great, right?
Go be great. That's the slogan.
That's it. That's it.
It's right there on his shirt.
That's
right there
it.
on his hoodie.
So my life is all about inspiring others to believe, because I was at a point in my life I didn't believe because I didn't see a way, and so I remember those moments, and I use those moments as an inspiration to my life to say, you know what, I've been to the point where I've cried and didn't know where my next meal was coming from, where I didn't know how I was going to make it to the next day. And I used those experiences to help me, to keep me in a place where, you know what, I know where I come from. And I'm going to take everything that I've learned and be a blessing to somebody else with it. And so I got to ask you, do you have any next dreams? Anything that you would like, or thing that you would love to do that you haven't done yet?
Anything I haven't done that I would like to.
Yeah, I know at age 13, right? I mean, I know you've gone around the world, you've experienced, but is there anything that's on your vision board that you haven't quite taken that step towards yet, but you plan to or would like to?
Well, actually, there is. At the moment, I'm working on this pillow project called Pack. I'm creating these pillows for the homeless because I have
Oh,
this
wow.
crazy problem where I can't walk past a homeless person without helping them. I can't walk past giving them $1 or giving them some food.
Right.
I just can't do it. So one day my mom was like, why don't you do something about it? If you hate to see it, do something about it. And I was like, you're right. So we came up with this concept to create these pillows, like a backpack. They
Yes,
go on your
yes,
back, and you can walk around with them.
Oh, wow.
You can wash them. I call it PACC, PACC. It stands for perfectly assembled to comfort your cranium.
Wow. Wow. And that's to help people that are homeless.
Yes, and we're
Phenomenal.
gonna host fundraisers and events, and we're also gonna do this thing where if one person buys it,
Yes.
we're gonna give one free one to a homeless person.
Wow.
So yes.
Well, make sure you share with me that link or that
Prototype
site.
coming out soon. It's
Absolutely.
coming out soon. We're
I
getting
will,
it started.
I will say it on the show. I'll advertise it on social media. That is wonderful. That is wonderful that you want to give back the way that you do. I'm so proud of you. Listen, we got about 2 or 3 minutes left on the show, but I want to ask you any final words that you want to share with the audience about you, about your journey, about dreams. The floor is yours.
Like I said, God has a plan for you.
Mm.
You just have to wait.
Wow.
You have to not just wait. Don't just wait for it to come because it won't just come. You have to do the work.
Right.
Like I said, it's those 3 levels. 5 people crammed into a 1-bedroom apartment. Now we're at 2. Who knows when 3 will come? But it'll come when we're ready. When we do the work, when we complete that level,
Yes.
when we do everything that we're meant to do at that level,
Yes.
the next door will open up to a 3-bedroom, and then before we know it, we all have our own room.
Phenomenal.
So it's meant literally, and it's also meant metaphorically.
Yes.
It's everything that happens. You have to really take in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have just thought, okay, we're in a 1-bedroom. Now we're at 2. We made some money. We got it now.
Right.
But it's really God's always showing you something. There's always a deeper meaning, and
Yes.
sometimes you just have to sit there, and, think and find that meaning. Because there's always, He won't open the next door until you really get the lesson that He's trying to teach you on that level.
Wow.
So you just gotta, you gotta follow God's path.
Wow.
Talk to Him sometimes. Whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in. Just really try to figure out what He has planned for you and figure out how to get to that and figure out what He wants you to do. Because maybe I won't get to the 3-bedroom until I help 100 homeless people, or until I get my prototype out.
Wow.
Maybe once that happens,
Yeah.
that'll blow up, and then I'll get my 3-bedroom.
Yes. Yes.
So just really complete your levels.
Wow.
Do everything you need to do to open that next door.
Listen, everybody, I'm going to say amen first, but then I'm going to follow up by saying, when's your book coming out? I'm just saying, your book is like, complete the level first.
I
and
gotta
then the
complete
next
this.
door is
I
going to
gotta
open
complete
up.
this level. I gotta get
Listen.
this pillow out, and then
Yeah.
the next level will
Yeah.
be my book.
No, I'm saying, complete the level and the next room will open up.
Yes, that's it.
I'm
I'm gonna write a book on it.
I'm
me the
telling
concept,
you,
give me the idea.
Amazon, get ready. Oh, Barnes & Noble, get ready. It's coming out. I'm
Barnes &
telling you.
That's
Listen, thank you so much.
thank you
I'm
for
so
having me.
honored that you that you are on our show and that you sacrificed your family to drive.
No.
Again, coming right from the airport.
No.
I thank you. We are humbled and we're honored, and people will be able to watch this show back over and over for years.
God wants us to be here. We were
Yes.
meant to get off this plane and have to drive straight here. Because
Yes.
if we didn't, people wouldn't hear this.
Wow.
People wouldn't hear the message that God wants me to deliver to them.
Yes.
It was meant for us. Come here a little tired. It's not about us. It's bigger than us.
Come on now.
It's bigger than jet lag. It's bigger than all that.
Man, you better listen. This is Travis Wolffe Jr. right here, everybody. Let's give it up for this amazing young man.
Thanks for
Listen,
having me. It was a great experience. Every minute.
thank you so
It
much,
was
sir.
worth.
We're so proud of you. Listen, I want to again thank you so much. Thank you to your family. I'm so proud of them. And listen, y'all, this is Inspiration with Troy Alexander right here on Hamilton Radio. We are here every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Again, we changed it up. It's supposed to be an hour of faith, but we switched it up a little bit, and we did the Inspiration with Troy Alexander twice. We're coming back in about 5 minutes with another amazing guest, Faith Pierre Charles. But thank you so much, sir. Again, I appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Thank you to your family. Thank you, sir. Thank you, your mom, your sisters, for them coming out. Thank you all so much. Listen, see us again next Thursday night right here on Hamilton Radio. This is Troy Alexander, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. And do what? Dream. Take that step and walk with purpose, what? Into your destiny. Have a great night. This is Troy Alexander.